Hello everyone, this is Gales here with a brand new video of Roblox guides, where today we're going to be looking at to show you guys on how to get every single drop in the new game Dungeon Quest on Desert Temple. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, I have been playing this game quite a lot since about a week it came out. So I have to say it's really well made so far. It's really good. And if you check out on trying the game, I suggest you go down to the game link down below in the description. Let me know about it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to show you guys on how to get every single drop. Now, remember everyone, these sources that I found are in the wiki may not be accurate to the one I give you on the video, and some of the weapons currently, such as weapons and armor, may not be included, such as rarities for uncommons, epics, or rares. That does not include that in the video. Only spells will. Let's get right down to the video. And remember, guys, if you're new to the channel, by the way, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications for more of my future updates if you ever want to see future content and when I'm uploading. Anyway, guys, let's get right down to the video. So the first one we're going to be starting off are the weapons in Dungeon Quest, basically, and we'll be going all the way from forward, all the way up from weapons, armors, and spells. So starting off with the easy difficulty, but before we'll take on the difficulty, we want to explain when you first start off the game of Dungeon Quest, you are granted these 4 weapons, which are basically the Bronze Dagger, the Starter Wand, the Fireball, and the Taunt, which basically are all in level 1, so this is when you first start the game. The Bronze Dagger and the Starter Wand base damage of 5 to 6 damage per hit, I think, and they can be upgraded as well, and can be sold in the shop for 100 gold. So I don't think you can get any more of the Bronze Daggers and Starter Wand. I don't remember. I think you used to before, but I'm not sure. And now we're going to be looking at the Fireball, basically, which is a level 1 spell that is for a mage class, and explodes and impacts hitting enemies with its range along with a small explosive radius. This rarity is common and can be sold for 100 gold, and you can get more on the Easy Temple. Same as well with the Taunt, which the Taunt also is known to be a tank ability. It comes enemies too closer and can get more in easy difficulty as well. It can be sold for 100 gold, and the rarity is a common. Now to start off with the easy difficulty drops and showing you guys on how to do so. So the first ones are going to be the weapons that you're going to get. So the first ones are the Novice Wand. It does a physical base average power of 15 spell power, and this is found on the easy difficulty at Desert Temple and can be sold for a minimum of 100 gold. The next one is the Bronze Long Sword. It is a melee class weapon and can do a base average of 10 damage per physical hit. It can be sold for 400 gold in the market and must be at level 2, and it's a level 2 weapon, so players must be at level 2 in order to equip this. Next one is going to be the Iron Longsword. This is a level 3 weapon that is founded on the easy difficulty of Desert Temple and does a base average of 20 damage per hit. It can be sold for a minimum of 500 gold and must be at level 3 to equip it. And next one are going to be the armors that are founded as well. So first we have the Novice set, which is an armor set that's like this. So it deals a base average of 5 physical damage per armor piece. When you equip an armor set like this, it increases the base power, physical power, spell power, and health available depending on the class itself. The Novice set is a warrior set as well, and each piece can be sold for 350 gold each and must be at level 1. The next one is the Blue Wizard set. It is a mage class armor set that deals, like before, like the Novice set, deals a average of base of 5 spell power. And each piece can be sold for 350 gold and must be level 1 to equip. And next we have the Iron set, which is an upgraded version of the Novice set, and it does a base average damage of 5 physical power, or maybe a little bit more, I have to say, I'm not too sure. And each piece can be sold for 350 gold and must be at level 1 to equip as well. So next up are the weapons that are founded on the medium difficulty class. First one is the Spike Club. that is used for warrior class. It deals a base average of 10 damage and can be found on the desert temple on medium difficulty. It can be sold for a total of 1200 gold and must be a level 5 to equip. Next one is the steel serrated longsword. This is a warrior class weapon. It deals a base average of 20 damage per swing and is sold for 700 gold and must be at level 5 to equip. And players must be at level 5 to equip this weapon. The next one is the magic mallet that is a mage weapon class for Dungeon Quest. It deals a base damage around 30 spell power per swing, and it's mostly common found on the Desert Temple medium difficulty and can be sold for 450 gold, and you must be at level 6 to equip the weapon. And finally, for the weapon found on medium difficulty is the Apprentice Staff. The Apprentice Staff is a mage weapon found on Dungeon Quest. It deals in a base average of 30 spell power. It can be sold for a total of 100 gold, and players must be at level 6 to equip this weapon. Next, we're going to be looking at a few of the spells found on the Desert Temple medium difficulty. So we're going to be looking at our few spells that we're now going to be looking at today. So starting off is the Blue Fireball, which is a much more stronger variant of the regular Fireball that deals double the damage to a regular Fireball. The cooldown is the same thing like the regular one, which is 2 seconds. It is a level 1 spell as well, like the regular ones, and the rarity is a common and can be sold for a total of 500 gold. So just a stronger variant of the Fireball, nothing special. So the next spell we're looking at is the Redemption Circle. This is one of the first healing spells in the game that you can get, and it's mostly commonly used for the entirety of the Desert Temple quest. Redemption Circle, it casts a healing circle around the user, healing anyone inside the circle. Sometimes this thing can be a little glitchy, not most accurate at all times. This can commonly be found on the Desert Temple on medium difficulty. It has a cooldown of 16 seconds. The rarity is uncommon and can be sold for a minimum of 750 gold to equip. And next one is going to be Whirlwind, which spins the user in circles, hitting anyone in range of the weapon, which is most commonly used as well and during the entirety of the Desert Temple. So this one's pretty good as well if you plan to go on physical damage for a warrior. It has a cooldown of 11 seconds and can be sold for a total of 1700 gold. Players must be at level 1 to equip this spell, and the rarity is uncommon. Now, for the weapon drops that we're looking at are in the hard difficulty. So, the first 5 weapons that you'll get in hard difficulty, the first one being this Flame Staff. The Flame Staff is a mage weapon that is founded on Dungeon Quest in the hard difficulty. It has a base average of 40 spell power per hit. It can be sold for a minimum of 550 gold, and players must be at least level 12 in order to equip this weapon. The next one is the Granite Maul. The Granite Maul is a melee weapon that is found on the Dungeon Quest hard difficulty. It can deal a base average 30 physical damage per swing. It can be sold for a total of 700 gold, and players must be at level 12 in order to equip this weapon. The next one, the Rogue's Rapier. The Rogue's Rapier is a melee weapon that is found on the Dungeon Quest hard difficulty as well. This can deal a base average of 45 physical damage per swing and can be sold for a total of 1000 gold, and you must be at level 12 in order to equip this weapon. Next one, the Mage's Spellbook, which happens to be a really interesting one. I kind of like this weapon a lot, basically. The Mage's Weapons specializes in spell power, and it has a base average of 50 spell power per hit. The Mage's Spellbook can be sold for a total of 805 gold, and players must be at least level 12 in order to equip this weapon. And for the last melee weapon found on the hard difficulty is the Enchanted Sword. The Enchanted Sword is a physical base damage, is a warrior base class weapon that deals a base average of 60 damage per swing. It can be sold for a total of 1400 gold, and players must reach level 12 in order to equip this weapon. Now for the free armor that is found on the hard difficulty, the Mercenary set, which is another warrior armor set that has a base average of 8 physical power per armor piece. Each piece can be sold for a total of 800 gold, and players must be at least level 9 in order to equip this armor. And again, this is also found on the hard difficulty. The Elemental set is like the Mercenary set before, except it does the same thing like before. It deals a base average of 8 spell power per hit. 8 spell power can be sold for a total of 800 gold per piece, and must be at least level 9 to equip this armor. This can also be found on the hard difficulty in Desert Temple. And next one we have the Crusader set. The Crusader set is a Guardian-based armor set, which Guardian means that you can be a tank like that. So if you really want to have high health and you really to become a tank like that, this set would be good for you. It is one of the first Guardian sets to have high amounts of health. It has a base average of 130 health per armor piece. It can be upgraded to increase the physical power, spell, and health as well. Each piece can be sold for a total of 800 gold and requires the players to be at least level 9 in order to equip this armor. This can also again be found on the Desert Temple in hard difficulty. And the last one we are looking at today are the spells, 3 of them being the Arcane Spray, the Holy Barrier, and the Poison Cloud. The Arcane Spray is a mage-based spell power that sprays poisonous gas for 6 seconds, dealing damage to nearby enemies. This can also be found on the Desert Temple dungeon on hard difficulty. It can be sold for a total of 2,000 gold. It has a cooldown of 9 seconds. The rarity is uncommon, and players must be at least level 1 in order to equip the spell. The next one is a Holy Barrier, which the Holy Barrier is one of the first few as well to be a healer. So it creates a Holy Barrier around the user that blocks incoming damage. So this is sort of like a healer kind of tank class thing. It's not really a healer, it's mostly for a tank class spell. So if you really want to, this is very useful for people who have very low health and want to use this. So can be also really good for most of the entirety of Desert Temple. This is again also found on the Desert Temple on hard difficulty. It can be sold for a total of 1,520 gold, and players must be at least level 1 in order to equip this. The function is a tank ability and has a cooldown of 15 seconds, and the rarity is supposed to be a rare. And finally, the Poison Cloud, which summons a poison cloud in front of the user, which damages enemies in range in every second. This can also be kind of useful for the most entirety of Desert Temple. Once again, this is also found on the hard difficulty on Desert Temple when you defeat the Sand Giant. The cooldown is 10 seconds and the rarity is rare. It can be sold for a total of 4,000 gold, and players must be at least level 1 in order to equip the spell. So next up is going to be the Insane difficulty in Desert Temple. So first off, there are 4 weapons that you can get from drops in Insane difficulty from the Desert Temple. So the first weapon today we're going to be looking at is the Ghostly Great Axe. The Ghostly Great Axe deals a base average of 100 damage per swing. It can be sold for a total minimum of 2,250 gold, and players must be at least level 19 in order to equip this weapon. The next weapon is the Ghost Slayer. The Ghost Slayer deals a base average of 100 damage per swing. It can be sold for a total of 3,000 gold, and players must be at least level 19 in order to equip this weapon. It also can be found on the Insane difficulty map when you beat the Sand Giant. The next weapon is the Grand Claymore. The Grand Claymore deals a base average of 70 damage per swing and can be upgraded to physical damage as well. It deals a base average of 70 damage per swing. It can be sold for a total of 1,900 gold, and players must be at level 19 in order to equip this weapon. And finally, the last weapon, the Polarizer, is a melee weapon that's found on Dungeon Quest, and when you beat the Sand Giant on the Insane difficulty map, it deals a base average of 80 damage per swing. It can be sold for a total of 2,500 gold, and players must be at level 19 in order to equip this weapon. Now the last 3 armors that are also going to be found on the Insane difficulty. The Red Knight set is considered as a warrior class. It deals a base average of 10 physical power per armor piece. Each piece can be sold for a total of 2,000 gold, and players must be at level 16 in order to equip this weapon. The next mage set is the Templar set. It also, like again with the Red Knight set, it deals a base average of 10 spell power per armor piece, can be sold for 2,000 gold, and players must be at level 16 in order to equip this armor piece. And finally, we have the Guardian set. The Guardian set is one of the most commonly used of armor, can be equipped throughout the entirety until Winter Outpost set when you get more of them, as a total of a base average of 210 health per armor piece. It can also be sold for 2,000 gold like the outer armor pieces, and players must be at least level 15 or 16. I'm not sure because sometimes they may not be accurate. Not sure why it says 15 because usually the armors with the Red Knight and the Templar sets are level 16. Either it's just a mistake, each piece can be sold for 2,000 gold, and it can be found on the insane difficulty when you defeat the Sand Giant. Now for the only spell that you can get on the insane difficulty map is the Lightning Strike. The Lightning Strike calls down a fierce row of lightning strikes in front of you, which is a bit more overpowered than the Fireball. It has a cooldown of 3.5 seconds. It functions as a mage damage spell. The rarity is a rare and can be sold for a total of 2,500 gold. Players must be at least level 1 in order to equip the spell. Alright, and now for the final weapons, and now for the last few drops that we'll get on the Nightmare difficulty. Now the Nightmare difficulty is a little bit more different. This time you'll actually get legendaries instead of regular weapons, so you know, the legendary drop rates are very low in this one, so there's only 2 drops of weapons that you'll get on the Nightmare difficulty. So the first one is the Holy Staff. The Holy Staff is a mage weapon that is found on Dungeon Quest when you beat the Nightmare difficulty on Desert Temple. It deals a base average of 90 damage per spell power per swing. It can be upgraded as well and can be sold for a total of 2,000 gold, and players must be at least level 20 to equip. And finally, we have one of the first legendaries in the game that you'll get is the Desert Fury. The Desert Fury is one of the few weapons that combines a toll. Basically, it deals an average of 130 damage per swing, and it is a mage and melee class weapon, meaning it's a balanced stat weapon, meaning that you can upgrade it depending on if it's a mage, a warrior, or something like that, or you can even balance the stats too, and it doesn't matter. So it deals a base average of 140 damage per swing for melee and mage. It can be sold for a total of 4,500 gold. The players must be at least level 20 in order to equip. It says level 27 on the wiki, like I'm not sure why, if it's a mistake or not. This can only be attained on the Nightmare difficulty in Desert Temple, meaning that when you get a legendary now, it basically means that now you can only get once, like you can only get one attainable weapon per account, let's say. And the drop rate to get the weapon is a 0.2%, meaning that you have a 1 in 500 games in order to get this legendary. Now keep in mind that it's really tedious to get certain legendaries like this, and basically I actually got this one on my second attempt in Desert Temple when I was streaming for the past few months. It is one of the first legendaries attainable in the game that first equals its physical and spell power, and it even has a nice Takam animation that you can also have too, so it's also a pretty good way to do so. So if you really want to focus on mage, physical, whatever, this weapon would be suitable for you and can also help you very well on the Winter Outpost when you first start. And now we have the spells, considering that the armors don't have anything right now. So the spells, which are going to be in the game, so there's 3 spells that are found in the Nightmare difficulty in Desert Temple. So the first one is going to be 2 spells that doubles the user's physical damage and spell power for 8 seconds, which are the Battle Shout and the Innervate. The Battle Shout is a spell that raises physical power for 8 seconds. This can mostly be found common in the Desert Temple dungeon on Nightmare difficulty. It can be sold for a total of 1500 gold, and players must be at least level 1 in order to equip. As a cooldown of 20 seconds, the rarity is uncommon and can be sold for 1500 gold. This is also the counterpart of the Innervate, which is also another weapon that you can get, which is also the same thing. So if you really want to do this is a good way to do this if you really want to start grinding a lot. So this will really help you a lot on the Winter Outpost if you really want to focus on physical and mage. And the Innervate is just like kind of before. It's a really good weapon if it's a really good spell if you really want to use this. It also, like before, spell power for 8 seconds. It has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Players must be at least level 1 to equip it. The rarity is epic and can be sold for a total of 2,000 gold. And finally, the last weapon, and finally, the last spell that you'll get in the Nightmare difficulty is the Holy Circle. The Holy Circle summons a healing circle around the user, healing anyone inside. Now this bears resemblance almost similar to the Redemption, but except it just places a circle right into the ground without moving, so you don't have to do anything about moving like Redemption before. It's just sort of like this before, except it just places on the ground when you do. It has a cooldown of 20 seconds. The function is also a healing spell. The rarity is an epic. It can be sold for a total of 2,500 gold, and players must be at least level 1 in order to equip the spell. This one can also be pretty good as well, but since now it's pretty much nerfed at this point, you can't pretty much do anything. So if you really want to use Redemption or Holy Circle, I think these two are really good specifically. So Holy Circle might be also a really good one too, but the cooldown is really long. If you want to stick with Redemption, it's up to you. Anyway guys, that is it for all the drops in the Desert Temple on all the difficulties in Desert Temple. So now guys, if you have any questions on any revamps or any revisions on the video, let me know and I'll update the video for you just to make sure there's anything I missed. So anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. This is Gales here, signing out.